I can make a difference. A first look at setting a good example. Pat Thomas. Every person in the world is a teacher, even you. Did you know that? Every day we teach each other how to do things, and we learn from each other too, even if we don't always know it. We watch someone and copy the things they do. We are learning from their example. If we copy people who set a good example by behaving well and treat others with kindness, that is how we will learn to behave. And if we copy people who behave badly, treat others unkindly, that is how we will learn to behave too. The best way to set a good example is to treat others the way you want them to treat you, and to take care of your family, your friends, and your home in the way you would like others to take care of them. Some people set good examples for us all in the work that they do. But all of us can find ways to set a good example every day. You can set a good example by saying please and thank you, never making fun of others, and offering to help. Or by protect those who are smaller or weaker than you, and helping to keep things clean and neat. You can help by carrying the heavy things, not throwing garbage on the ground, congratulating the winning team, or reading to a sick friend. What about you? Can you think of some people who do jobs that set a good example for us? Or can you think of some ways your parents set a good example to follow? Can you think of some ways that you might set a good example? It's not just about taking care of others' thoughts, though. You can also set a good example by taking good care of yourself. Nobody perfect all the time. We all make mistakes, and every once in a while, we all do things and say things that aren't very nice. When that happens, saying I'm sorry and meaning it by not repeating what you did, it is another way to set a good example. Sometimes you might wonder why it is important to set a good example, especially when you see other people who never do. You might also wonder if the way one person excels really makes a difference. Lots of others wonder this too. What about you? Can you think of some time when you have seen other people setting a poor example? What happened? How did that make you feel? Every person on earth has a choice about how they behave and how they treat others. By setting a good example and doing your best, you are teaching other people to act the same way. And if your people copy you, then everyone they know will also learn this important lesson. When everyone tries their best to behave well, it makes our families, our classroom, and our community a nice place to be. It makes working and playing together easier and more enjoyable. Most people who choose to be kind and polite to others want to make the world a better place. How to use this book? It has been said that there are only 3 things a parent needs to know about raising considerate, responsibility, well-mannered children. Example. Who children become is deeply influenced by the exam set by those who raise them. So, as the first step, it's worth considering what kind of example we want to set, what quality we would like our children to have when they grow up, and examining how we as parents and caregivers can communicate these values. Consider how you can moral courtesy. Those small acts of consideration that show respect for the child, from which the child learns to give that courtesy back to you. Simple good example, any parent or caregiver can set in role, using kind words, helping when you can, sharing, listening to what others have to say, being honest and truthful, thinking before you speak and act, practicing good manners, controlling your temper, thinking about the feeling of others, and upholding the principle of fairness at home and at work. In addition, provide context where you can. Children often have no idea why we do what we do. So talk about what you are doing and why. If we take soup to a sick friend, or if we work on a community project, explain why you think it's important to be helpful and or take some responsibility in the community. This can help our children understand our reasoning and relate our activity to their own behavior. Try taking a step-by-step approach. Start with the magic words such as please and thank you. Gradually, add more examples such as you are welcome and pardon me and may I? As children get a little older, you can work on actions like picking up toys, table manner, looking after siblings, take care of pets, etc. Remember to compliment your children when they behave well, saying, holding the door for that woman carrying on the having base was very polite. Or, I saw how well you got along with everyone at sport today. Well done. Will send a more positive message than constantly reprimanding them when they are not behaving well. Young children are old enough to understand rules and the consequence of breaking those rules. When defining what is and isn't acceptable behavior, parents and teachers alike can help by setting fair rules with clear explanation for why these have been set. You can't always get it right. We all lose our tempers, say things we are sorry for, or are not always as kind as we would like to be. Admit your fault. Apologize where you need to, and move on with a view to how you might act differently next time. Set an example of aiming admitting your own feelings, and improving your own behavior and your child will be encouraged to do the same. Schools provide an opportunity for children to practice a whole range of skills. Setting a good example can be found in citizenship lessons which emphasize the importance of recognizing similarity as well as valuing difference between people, helping one another, and provide service to the larger school community.